Okay.
And
now we're live.
And now we're live. All long, but we're live.
I'm sorry we're 2 minutes late, but we just had, well, I've had people coming and going and knocking on my door and all kinds of chaos. So that's why we're 2 minutes late. I apologize. But Ray and I are here. Yay! We figured it out. So excited. So we're hoping that people are going to be joining us and asking questions. If not, we're just going to get creative and start thinking of something to talk about that's related to being spiritual. So,
if you have any questions, type them in. Can you see that anybody's there or no?
It says no viewers right now.
Yeah. So we're just talking to ourselves.
Yes, we are.
Making it look good.
But it's okay.
Make it till you make it.
You know? And actually, we should probably answer that lady's question from the last event that we were trying to hold.
But wait, are we being recorded?
We are being recorded.
We are being recorded. Okay. All right. Well, I just want to make sure she could see that we answered her question.
Yes.
Okay. For those of you who don't know, I had nothing to do with setting all this up. It's all Dana. Kudos to her. I know nothing about this, so I'm still learning. I still have questions about this online stuff. So it's all Dana. That's why I'm asking. Okay.
So her question was, is there any way anything you can do to make sure somebody comes through for you in a reading?
Well, in my experience, there's really not much you can do to make somebody come. 99.9% of the time, they're going to come. But for whatever reason, if they don't, there's really nothing you can do. I can call them. I can ask them nicely to come. But if they have a reason they don't want to come, they're not going to come. Just like if you're having a fight with your best friend and now you're calling and calling and calling and she don't want to talk to you because she's still mad, there's nothing you can do. I'm not saying the spirit's mad at you. That's not why they're coming through. Whatever reason, it's just like it is here. It's still the same. So you can't make somebody do something they don't want to do.
Right. No control.
Absolutely. Has that ever happened to you? Where somebody didn't come through? That you were asking to come through?
I don't do mediumship readings, so.
Well, you've done a couple.
I know, but I'm still learning.
We're all still learning. I've never had it happen when somebody didn't show up when you ask, but it could.
Now, I know people that have had readings done and somebody that they want to come through just does not come through for them time after time after time.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I just had somebody a little while earlier said to me, if you have so-and-so knock on your door in your head, that's my dad. Could you tell him I said hi? He says, I've been to a few psychics and mediums and he hasn't come through. I feel bad. What do you tell somebody? I don't know why he's not coming through, but there's got to be a reason. And maybe just the wrong time. Maybe the messages that person needs to hear need to wait. That could be the whole thing too. Everything's about the right time. Everything. So you never know.
Yeah, that's like when my dad came through to me that time, and it was just me and him, and he was like, if you get upset, I'm gonna have to go. You can't get upset, And I was like, okay, and I'm like, I'm happy, I'm really happy, But
it's funny because it goes to extremes when you're in the middle of a reading. It's very emotional. So, and they don't want us crying either. They want us to be happy they're here.
Yeah, and I was, but I was also just so filled with emotions. I mean, I was like, Daddy, is that you? And it was just really emotional, but he didn't want me. He's like, don't do that. So we still have no
It's good that you
viewers.
knew. We have no viewers yet.
No,
What happened?
that's okay.
That's okay. They'll show up. Maybe they're just a little late.
Yep.
Now that we got it figured out. You got it
That's
figured
okay.
out.
We're still, yeah, I know, really. They're like, oh, we're not trying that again. It's probably going to be a false alarm like the last time.
They had us wait an hour last time to get through. We couldn't get through.
I know.
Sorry. We're so sorry. We're learning.
I got this now, though. I am so excited, too.
Had nothing to do with it. It was all Dana. She figured it all out. I'm not taking any credit.
Well, I had some help, too. I watched several YouTube tutorials on Google Hangout. I know that sounds crazy, but obviously they're made for a reason. And then I had Mary Nixa that was with us the last time. She was my guinea pig. I was like, I'm going to do this and get on and see if this works. So she helped me out. So, yay. Thank you, Mary Nixa.
Good. I'm glad you figured it out.
Me
Thank
too.
you. I really haven't had time to go and see it, but the YouTube videos are fantastic to learn. If you don't like one, there's 1,000 other ones you can pick from to teach you the same thing.
Exactly.
That's how I learned a lot of my stuff. Go on Google and YouTube. And that's how I learned. I didn't have somebody with a book standing next to me.
That's how you learn to do readings, you mean?
Now, not to do readings. I've had a million readings in the past. I've seen them done. So it just kind of came naturally once I started doing them. Sometimes.
Yeah,
I can't believe it's this way.
I know. Well, I hadn't had a bunch of readings done. I don't know, I was always interested in those things, but I just never, I don't know, had them done. So that's why I went and did Crystal's class. So, she taught you how, like, the whole structure around doing a reading and calling in sacred space before doing a reading and everything like that. So it was really
I do have a dear friend. Her name is Dee. She taught me a lot years ago. Not how to do readings, but about spirits. I had a lot of trouble in our house, and we spent a lot of time together. She taught me how to cleanse and clear them out, and I think that's what really started me on this. Like, all right, I know this kind of stuff. I know this stuff. How do I get to that point now? How do I get to do what she does? I already know when they're here. I don't always know who it is, but I know they're here. And I know if they're good or bad. And I almost know what their intentions are. So why can't I communicate with them? Well, lo and behold, I probably was my whole entire life. Because I always talked to them. I just didn't know they were talking back. And I think that's most people. We all have it. We don't realize they're talking to us. Because it just sounds like our brain arguing. The left side and the right side.
Right. Or there's like an image or an idea that just comes to you. And you think that you thought of that. But you didn't think of that. That was put there,
I wonder how much free will we really do have. If our paths are all laid out for us and there's no wrong turns, everything happens for a reason. How much free will do we really have? I know some of you are going to argue with me and get pissed off and start your comments over there. But if you look at it like that, we're always told everything happens for a reason. So if this moment is happening for a reason, and the next moment, well then, what if I don't want to do what that next moment is, and I want to go over here? Well, if that happens, then that's the right thing. That's what was supposed to happen at that moment. Correct?
Right.
So, is there free will, really? Or are we just going with the flow? That's what I want. Because I feel like I'm just going with the flow.
Me too. Me too.
I don't
I'm
think
not
there's much
sure.
free will.
No, and you know, the whole free will thing, I personally have an issue with because of something that happened to me. But I'm not ready to talk about that with the whole world yet. But you know, at the time when it happened, there, you know, it wasn't my choice, you know, and there was certainly not a damn thing I could do about it. So I don't know. I'm reading
Get it.
the Pleiadian agenda, and I know, you know, this comes back to the extraterrestrials, and that's not really your thing, but they talk a lot in there about how we're impulsed from, you know, other beings to do things, and that really resonates with me, you know. So just something to think about.
Making it when you sit back and think, wow, and you go, oh, now I get it. I had to go through that to get here. If I didn't have that, would I be here? And oh, that's why that happened.
Right.
Good or bad, it's all for our souls to evolve. It's all the lessons we have to learn,
Exactly.
whether we like it or not.
And it's all just, you know, for experience. I mean, when you really think about it, you know, we just decided, hey, you know, it looks like fun down there. You know, I think I want to go down there for a little while and you know, experience, you know, because here everything is, you know, physical. It's, you know, in all the other planes, it's just, you know, it's not tangible like it is here, you know? So,
Well, here our souls evolve a lot quicker too. On the other side, we still evolve, but it's a slower, longer process. That's why most of us choose to come back and get it done quicker. Because you know how impatient we all are, that we need to learn. And so there, you know, for 10 times longer, you know, that's why a lot of people come back. I'm like, to stay, some come back.
makes sense.
I don't know that I'll be so eager to come back.
I think this is my last lifetime here.
Why do you think that?
Well, that's what I've been told. I've been told that I'm second generation ascended master. I'm not even quite sure what all that really means, but
Just so I don't bust anybody's chops, I'm going to have this conversation with you later at another day.
Okay.
At another time, I'll have this conversation because I don't know who's going to show free and, you know, say they don't know what they're talking about, because everybody knows they get their gifts the same way, and I'm not going to say anything bad about anything. I just feel differently.
Okay.
That whole ascended master thing, they may be absolutely correct. Absolutely. I feel you have higher powers. I feel big energy around you. You know, huge. Like more. There's more. I don't feel like this is the end for you to be here. The end of your cycles.
Okay.
I just feel more. So ascended master would be awesome if that, you know, that could happen. Maybe I'm feeling the more for now. I don't know. That's just what I'm feeling.
Okay.
So if anybody who read her said she's going to be an ascended master, okay, I got it. They could be right. I'm not saying they're wrong. I don't want to make this sound like I'm saying anybody's wrong, because I would hate for them to do that to me too.
Right.
But just because we're not seeing the same thing doesn't mean one is right or one is wrong either. So I'm just not seeing the same thing. Let's put it that way. I'm just not seeing the same thing.
Okay.
And that would be wonderful. Who doesn't want to be an ascended master? That's like the big cheese. You know,
Exactly.
that would be amazing. That would be awesome. But I feel like you have more. You have many more that you need. More important cycles. If that makes any sense. I feel like in this lifetime, this isn't the first time you've had your gifts exposed. I feel like right now you're remembering all your gifts and they are getting stronger. And by the end of this lifetime, they're going to be to a point where when you come back, it's going to be like as soon as you come out of the womb, you're going to do spectacular things. So that may be on the same level as what they're seeing. I don't know. But that's how I'm seeing it. Like your powers, I hate powers. I don't even know why I just said that. Your gifts are getting stronger and stronger. I really do. I hate that word. And I don't even know why I just said it. Your gifts are getting stronger and stronger now. So when you come back, you'll come back at that strength, at that level of knowledge. You know what I mean? You're not going to come back not knowing anything. You know, like these, have you seen all these little kids coming on TV now? All of a sudden they can remember their past lives.
Yep.
Like that kind of thing. Like you're going to come back and know. Like, all right, I got this. I know why I'm here now. I've been through this before. And you're going to know. You're the big cheese.
That would be really cool. You know, when I was a little kid, we were driving in the car and my mom said, I sat up and I said, I've been here before. I used to live here. This is where I died. And she was like, okay. She didn't know what the heck to say, you know? And I'm like, Mom, where is that place that I told you, you know, that I recognized? She doesn't remember. But of course it was in New Jersey. Like it was like in Newark or something somewhere. So I lived in Newark, New Jersey before in a previous life.
Yeah, but you see, that's why we're together, because I'm sure we were both probably there together. I lived in Nutley. My ancestors are from Newark. They lived in Newark, my ancestors. See, so we were probably best buds back then too.
That's so cool. I want to remember that one day.
When you come up here, I'll take you up. We'll go riding through Newark.
Heck
we'll find that place. We'll take John with us because it's a little shady right now.
It was shady back then.
Yeah, even when we were kids, it wasn't the nicest place to walk through.
No. But yeah, that would be so cool. I just can't wait to like get to the point where I can remember these things, you know?
I think meditation is what I'm hearing. I want you to do a specific meditation to remember that specific event. Like a past life regression. You can find short ones, long ones on YouTube. They'll walk you through the whole thing. I don't like the voices a lot. I have to fiddle with 500 of them before I find one voice that's soothing enough for me to go into this with. Because a lot of them are like, that's how it sounds to me. And you can't meditate to that, you know. So find a peaceful one, a nice, calm, peaceful one that you can relax and let them talk you through the past life meditation.
Okay.
I suggest picking a longer one because I did one that was like half an hour and she talked for like 20 minutes. So I only had a really short time to actually get the visions. But specifically go into that meditation for that purpose. Most times I'd tell you, let it go. If you're going for a past life regression, go in not looking for anything specific. But in this case, that's what you want to know. Specifically, ask your angels and your guides to help you, bring you to that moment when you remembered and to help you remember again. And then let me know.
Okay, I definitely will. You know I will. Yeah, that'd be
I actually
pretty cool.
want to do that again. That was good. I like doing the past life regression.
I've never tried it. You know, I don't even use like YouTube or guided meditations at all because I can see everything. So I just lay there and I never know what's going to happen, you know?
The guided ones will help you focus better. They're good for people who don't know how to meditate. First of all, they help teach you how to do it properly. But if you have trouble focusing on one thing when you're meditating, they're good. They'll help you stay focused. Because my mind does 190 miles an hour at all times. So when I go into meditation, I'm either wired up or I'm passing out. I'm going to sleep. So the guided ones, as much as I don't like them, really are helpful to get me through what I'm supposed to be doing. And not falling asleep and not letting my brain go in 100 different directions. I don't like the voices though. It
Well,
has
that's
to be
like some of those binaural beats or isochronic tones or whatever. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is going to give me a freaking headache, you know?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Some of them do. They're awful. They're awful.
Oh,
But, you know, and there's other people who love them. But to me, when it's like that constant humming noise, I can't. It hurts. I'm just thinking about it, and I'm like, ow, ow, that hurts. Yeah, no. Some of them are okay when they mix them up, and it's not that steady, horrible, loud, obnoxious noise.
right.
If they mix them up and they're softer, I like those better. But you can feel it like 2 minutes after you're laying there with those bad ones. You're like, oh my God. Then it starts to hurt your third eye as soon as you have it on. I'm like, oh no, I can't do this. Oh, it hurts already. I can't do it. I'm not doing it. I really spend more time trying to find a meditation to do than meditation.
I think that's my problem too.
You what?
That's why that's my problem too. I can't find ones that I like, so I'm just like, I don't even bother. I just, you know, I go out on my trampoline and I just close my eyes, and you know, they all show up, and you know, sometimes she shows me things, other times she like heals me, you know, and I just watch what the heck's going on, you know. That's my meditations.
And that's good. That's really good. But when you want to do something specific, you got to kind of close off the rest of the world.
I guess, I mean, I ask her, I'm like, Lorraine, show me who I really am, you know? But she kind of just does whatever she wants to do. She's
well, that's
like,
kind of a pretty broad question, too, to ask her to show you who you really are.
yeah.
It's more than just a split flash, you know, for her to explain to you or whatever. And you really probably need to figure it out yourself. She can't give you the answers. You know what I mean? She can lead you to the answers, but I think that's why you're not getting them from her. You're thinking she's just doing whatever she wants. I don't think that's the case. I think she's really working hard for you and trying to let you know.
Well, I know she works hard for me. She's awesome. I love her, you know. She's always such a comfort to me, even though some of the things I have to look at aren't so comforting sometimes. I'm like, Lorraine, where are you? Is it okay?
Mm-hmm. Does she have gray hair?
She has dark hair.
Who's got gray hair? I see a lady with gray hair. She's standing behind you. She's got her arm on your left shoulder.
Really?
She's just standing there.
I don't know anyone with gray hair.
She feels like a grandmother to me. She's not saying anything. She feels like a grandma. Very protective. Like she's got her hand on your shoulder. Like this is going to be okay. It's a grandmother, a great grandmother.
I'm not sure. I mean, my grandmother had dark hair too. And my great grandmother, I wouldn't even know what color hair she had.
She's got short gray hair. She's showing me short gray hair. That's what I'm saying. And she feels like a grandmother. Did you ever have like that special aunt that really felt more grandmotherly to you?
I've only
I don't
lost
feel like
one.
it's a great grandmother.
I've
I don't
only,
feel like it's that far removed.
I've only lost
You're
one
what?
aunt, and she had red hair. At least one aunt that I'm aware
Friend of the
of.
family or something?
You know, there was an old lady that my mother took care of when I was a little girl. Does she have both her legs? Of course, she might have both her legs now.
Oh,
Does
I'm
she-
not seeing her legs. Well, hang on. Well, she's standing behind you. I don't know. I can't see her legs.
Okay, because she was
I
a
can only see-
diabetic and she had a prosthetic leg because she had to have one of her legs removed. She had short gray hair. Her name was Margaret, if that triggers anything.
She's shaking her head. No, tell me who you are. I'm getting the Rolodex of names now because I asked. That's what happens when I ask for a name. You know, remember the old Rolodex, the black ones you used to spin?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
they had the letters. That's what I see in my head when they don't want to give me a name. I see the Rolodex flicking, zoom, 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 like this. Like, go ahead, take your pick, take your pick. I'm not giving you. I don't know why. I don't know why they do that and won't just give me a name. I don't know.
That's frustrating.
She's wearing a short sleeve. I want to say like a house dress. I can't see her feet. I can't see her feet from like her waist up.
My grandmother wore like house coat things all the time.
Glasses? I'm seeing glasses now.
Nope. Margaret had glasses though.
All right, it could be Margaret. I don't know. I don't know.
That would be
Were
weird.
they black
though.
glasses? Did she have black glasses?
I'm trying to remember. I think they were dark and kind of cat eye shaped or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Old ones, yeah, like from the 50s.
Yeah. I mean, she died. I mean, she died in the 80s. So she probably had them suckers for a long time, you know?
Oh, yes. I think that's got to be who it is then. And let me see if she wants to talk. Why is she here? She feels very protective of you. Like she's putting a shield around you for some reason.
Uh-oh.
I feel like, no, I don't want to scare you, but like she's going like this, like she's protecting you. I don't think you need protection from. She's not telling me. She's just showing me. Was she not a chatty person in life?
Probably not when she lived with my mom. She was somebody who basically had nowhere else to go. And so my mom took her in, and she was old. And I think people stole from her and everything before then, life was pretty shitty for her. So.
But you were the highlight. She didn't have any grandkids?
If she did, nobody ever came to see her when she lived with us or anything. Like,
that's why she's with you. You're like her granddaughter. That's why.
Really?
Really? She didn't have her own. You all made her feel loved. She didn't have that. Your family gave that to her. Even just by taking her in. It showed somebody cared about her. Oh, I'm going to puddle up. Oh, my goodness gracious.
I know.
Blood in me now.
He cried too. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Aw.
Wow. That's exact. She's been with you. She's talking. She's been with you this whole time with your family, watching over all of you because you made her feel like family. And you showed her, wow. When do you ever see me cry? Wow, she got me. This doesn't happen often. Wow. She really loves you.
Aw.
She's like filling me, overwhelming. Wow.
Wow.
Like my own grandmother. That's how I feel. Like it's my own grandmother right here, right now. And I know it's not, but that's like the love I'm feeling. Wow. Your family really made an impact on her. You may not have known it. She may not have expressed it more than a thank you, but it meant a lot more to her than I think any of your family really knows. And I think she wants them to know that.
I'll definitely tell my mom.
Wow, that was what? Wow.
I feel heat now. I feel the heat. Is that her?
Yeah, probably. She's still standing right behind you.
I was so little. I mean, I was so young. And when my parents split, she had to go live with my mom's girlfriend because my mom couldn't take her to my grandfather's house with us, when she left my dad. And she died shortly after going to my mom's friend's house. So
yeah, she didn't want to go there.
I bet she did.
She wanted to stay with you. No, she wanted to stay with you. You were like her own. I think she took care of you. Like, ask your mother, like, did she babysit or something, or just keep an eye on you around the house? Because she's really attached to you, like her own. Not nasty, not a scary kind of way or anything,
Right.
but that's how much love she's showing me. Like, you're one of her own.
Aw.
Yeah. So even though you don't maybe not have many memories of her,
No,
she
I don't.
does.
Wow.
And they mean the world to her. Your mother was very kind to her, she says. There's nothing your mother wouldn't have done for her. And if she could have taken her with her, she would have.
Absolutely.
She knew there was nothing your mom could do.
My mother feels guilty about.
No, that's it. She doesn't want your mother to feel guilty. Because she knows, she understands the situation that happened back then. Things happen for a reason. Again, things happen for a reason. And she knows now. And that was just her life this time around. She's telling me it hasn't been that bad every time. That's what she said. It hasn't been that bad every time around. She goes, yeah, but that one was really bad. But yeah, I think she had it a lot worse than you can even imagine.
Yeah, I've only heard a smidge of the story. So, like I said, I knew.
Was she Jewish or German?
I honestly don't know, but it's very possible. I know she wasn't Italian.
Well, I'm telling you, I'm seeing Hitler's face, so I'm having a feeling like it had something to do with the Holocaust or something. Because that's what she's showing me. She's showing me Hitler, so I don't know which side she was on. If any, I don't know. Or if her family was or what. But it had something to do back then, I guess.
I wish my mom was here. Now I would bring her up here.
Well, this is recorded. She can watch it.
This is true.
I feel like she had a lot of loss in her life before your mother even met her. Like, family taken away from her. Siblings. Parents. I feel like she escaped the whole mess. Whatever it was. If it was that, I feel like somehow she's the only one that got away. Because she's showing me people around her over here, but then over here, she's all alone. Loss, terrible, tragic loss. She's on her knees crying as a younger girl, younger woman.
Wow. Yeah, see, I don't even know if my mom would know all of this because I think Margaret was already pretty old when my mom met her, you know? And I think actually she used to live with a woman, another friend of my mom's, and that's how my mom kind of got to take her, because I think when she was either living with my mom's friend, some of the neighbors there like broke in and stole from her or whatever. And so my mom like said, no, you're coming with me, kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, your mom protected her. Yeah. And she appreciated that. She really did.
Aww.
You were the family she didn't have. I feel like she had them and they were gone. Something happened. I don't know if it had to do with Hitler, like she was German or she was Jewish, the family, or if it was just that time period that this happened. Because she's not showing me specifically like the work camps or anything. She's just showing me Hitler, so I know that's in the 30s. You know,
Right.
I don't know if that's why. She just wants me to know that's the years these things happened, or if the families really did have something to do with that. Like if they were over in Germany. She's not getting me there yet. She's just showing me family here. And she's telling me tragic loss, everybody taken away.
You know, that was really common back then because my grandmother went through the same thing where all her siblings and stuff, they all got split up and, you know, they had to go like work on farms and stuff. Like, terrible.
Did she her sleep? Did she always wear long sleeve?
Did she always wear long sleeve, what?
Long sleeve shirts?
I think she did. I think she was like more of like always had a sweater on.
Even in the middle of summer?
I think so.
She had long sleeves on?
Yeah, I think so.
She had numbers on her arm.
Really?
That's German. That's German. My Tante Tia had them, and I never knew this until years after she passed away. My grandmother never would tell me. And one day I was an adult, and I said, Graham, how come Tante Tia always wore long sleeves? And she told me, never speak of this, because bad things could still happen. So that's how they did back then. You know, if they had numbers tattooed on their arms, they didn't show it. They wore the long sleeves all the time. And that's what she's making me think. So I think we now know she was on the German side. And I don't really even understand why they would have the number. I don't understand a whole lot of that whole nonsense. But I do know she had the numbers, and that's what I'm seeing now is she had the long sleeve to hide the numbers. She's lonely, so lonely when she was here. She's fine now. Let me just clarify that she's with everybody now. She's happy as a clam. Things are different. It's not the same crappy life she had here. But again, that was all things her soul needed to go through to evolve.
Right.
She really wants your mother to know how much she meant to her. She feels like maybe she just didn't say it enough. You know, how grateful she was for everything your mother did for her.
I can barely remember Margaret talking at all. Like, I mean, really? She just kind of was always there.
Yeah, she seems quiet.
Yeah.
So for her to just blurt something out, like, you know, to have a conversation or something and say, you know, I really do, like us, we're chatty, we'll talk about anything. It feels like for her to just say, I really appreciate what you're doing for me, took a lot for her.
Yeah.
She didn't know how. She just didn't know how to express it. And then it was too late.
Yeah, I
And
know.
that's why she's been with you.
And thank God what?
No, I said, and that's why she's been with you all this time.
Oh, okay.
She's repaying the favors. She's
Aw.
with your mother, too. Yeah. Yeah. She's watching over both of you like her own. And yeah, you may go through some stuff, but she's family and she's claiming it. She's claiming you and your mother.
Awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, my mom had hoped that, she would be able to get her own place and get Margaret back, but she wasn't at her friend's house long enough for that to happen. So
She knows. She knows there was nothing your mother could do. She doesn't want your mother to feel bad. No guilt. She said at that time, I wasn't family. As much as I wanted to be, I wasn't family. You got to do what you got to do. She understands. She's okay with it. She loved you that much to let you go, kind of thing. But she knew, too. She didn't have long. She knew. Ah. Ah. She just wished. Oh, first she got me good. She wished that she could have had her last moments with you and your mother. That was her only regret about the move. Wow.
Wow.
Wow, she's really getting me tonight. But she understood, and she's okay. She's okay. Did your mother just see her like the day before she passed or something? Or even that day? She told me she was here. She did see her.
Okay,
I don't know.
I think when she did pass, the girlfriend called my mother and was like, Margaret passed. I think mom went then. You know what I mean?
But she didn't pay her a visit right before, like the day before or something?
She may have, because we were like kind of always at this woman's house. It was like my mom's best friend, at the time. So we were there a lot. So it's very likely that we just did see her. I just don't remember. I was like 6. So
yeah.
I was little. But yeah, she wasn't.
She's very grateful for those moments, though.
Aww.
Wow, I can't believe she got me good twice tonight.
Aww.
That only happens from some serious emotion they give me. So you can show your mother this. This crying doesn't normally happen when I'm doing a reading. I try to stay neutral.
Yeah.
Unless they hit me with this. Yeah, this kind of stuff. I can almost feel her. She's not in me, but I can feel her like that. Like the emotions. Like she's right here. I know she's not in me. I've had that happen. I don't like that. That's not allowed. But that's how it feels. Like that emotion is so strong. It's like she's actually inside of me, forcing me to feel how much love she has for you and your mother.
Wow.
And all that she felt then.
Well, being that she really didn't have family, I'm sure nobody's even probably tried to connect with her. You know what I mean?
No, they're all there. She had family. They're all there.
Well, I mean, on this side now.
There's nobody here now. Yeah, no, because they were already on the other side before she was.
Wow.
Wow. That's sad. Sad but happy because she found you guys.
Yeah.
And no matter how shitty the rest of her life was, she had that little bit of time to feel loved. Even, I think there were times like she wasn't sure how everybody felt towards her. I mean, she knew you liked, she was liked, but not like family.
Yeah.
But she felt like everybody was family. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
She's not, I think there were moments she wasn't quite sure if it was returned the same way as family. She knew you guys liked her, loved her, adored her. But in her head, sometimes she felt like, well, they know I'm not her, the family. So why would they be so nice to me? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she kind of made stuff up in her head because she wasn't sure. Like your mother would make her. She's showing me cake. Like your mother made her a cake, or she had birthday cake or something, and your mother brought her a piece of cake or something, and she looked at it like, oh, like I don't deserve this, that kind of thing. And it may have just been like a silly piece of Entenmann's cake that like your mother brought, but she's looking at this cake going like, I don't deserve this. I'm
Aww.
not family. So I think that's probably another reason why she didn't speak up. I think
Yeah.
she didn't want to make waves. She just wanted to keep the peace and enjoy what was going on.
Aww.
She's very sweet. She
She
really
was sweet.
is.
She was real. I don't know, sweet, just real, kept to herself and, quiet. I guess that's probably why I don't remember too much about her, because she, nothing really stands out. But I think, of course, my mom would have stories. I think I might have gone in there with books and stuff and would like read to her. I'm not even sure I could read back then.
Mm-hmm. I feel like you spent a lot of time with her.
I probably did.
Whether you remember or not, like, I feel like she played with you and took care of you. Maybe while your mother ran to the store or something. I don't, like, she babysat just for a few minutes or
Maybe.
whatever. But I feel like she spent as much time as she possibly could with you, because it was like having her own.
And I was an only child, so believe me, I was always looking for people to play with. I didn't care how old you were.
Yeah, I was too. I was an only child too. I know that feeling. I think she had a miscarriage when she was younger. I feel like she didn't get to raise a child. And that's the connection to you. That longing to be a mother.
Yeah, I don't even
I'm
know.
asking her, like, did you have a kid and you didn't get along or something? And she's telling me no. But I'm seeing her hold the baby and she's crying like the baby's dead. So I don't know if she had a miscarriage or it was a stillborn or what. Your mother may know, your mother might not know. It might not be something you talked about back then. I don't know. I don't know if your mother can confirm it or not. I'm just telling you what she's telling me.
Yeah.
Lonely, lonely, lonely. I think it was like one thing after the other. Husband, married, died. You know what I mean? Like the next one, married, died. I think she had a couple of husbands. She's showing me it was just loss after loss after loss after loss. Like, how much can I take?
Wow.
Family, like, well, and she just on and on and on. She's going like this, like over and over and over and over.
Wow.
And she said, and he left me here. She said, she prayed for most of her life to be taken with the rest of the family.
Oh, no.
She said, and he left me here. He took the rest of my family and left me here. I guess meaning God. Wow. Over and over and over and over. It's just over and over. Even friends, she's telling me. She said, yeah, we all get old and die, but they're not supposed to die when you're young. She said, I had friends die when I was young. Over. Friends, family, everybody. Feel like she kind of felt like maybe she had this black cloud hanging over her, like she was some kind of jinx. Like if she got too close, you know, you were going to be taken away too.
Aw.
She's going, stop the crying now. It's all right. It's all right. I'm better now. It's okay. Not like that anymore.
Wow. Well, I'm glad that, you know, she considered us family and everything, and that we were able to, you know, bring some joy to her life.
See, we never know, even in the smallest moments when we talk to somebody, how much we actually affect them.
Right.
One conversation, which, remember, did I tell you? I think I told everybody. When I went to ShopRite that day, and look, I'm puddling. This old man in the wheelchair, the scooter thing, he's just sitting there. And I walked down the aisle. I think I was getting coffee. And I come back, and he's still just sitting there, looking like confused. I said, excuse me, is there something I can help you with? You need something off the shelf? And he looked at me, and he goes, well, my dog got loose. And I'm like, oh, shit, he's going to have me chasing an invisible dog around shop right now, right? Why did I even open my mouth, right? A second later, he looks up. He's like this, straight his face. Looks up at me and goes, I'm just messing with you. There ain't no help for me. And I started cracking up. And I said to him, you do realize I was just about ready to chase down an invisible dog, right? And he started laughing. And in that one moment, we both made each other's day. That one, and it's something I'm never going to forget. And with her, what's her name?
Margaret.
I feel like it was the same thing with her. That was one moment in time that changed her life. Even though she didn't have much left of it, that was that one thing that actually gave her peace.
Wow.
And love. Just like my little old man from ShopRite. Do you know every time I'm in there, I still look for him? I never saw him. But somebody told me he was an angel.
That's what I was just, I swear to God, Ray, that's exactly what was in my head right now. Wow.
I think I passed the test. They told me he was an angel sent to test you, and so I guess I passed. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know. I never saw him again. And I see people in it all the time that I've seen before.
Right.
You know? Crazy. But that's one moment I'll never forget. That was awesome. Here I'm thinking I'm going to be chasing an invisible dog. Like, oh, geez, this is what you get for being so nice, right?
Right.
Invisible dog around ShopRite.
That's so funny. Aw.
Yeah. But that's how she feels. Like, your family was that one moment in time for her. And that was what it was all about. Like, the rest of it really did suck. Except that little bit of time. She had nothing but heartache and misery. But when she was with you, you were like the light of her life. Like, honest to God, like her own grandchild.
Aw. I had no idea.
Well, now you know, and now you know how to talk to her, so you can talk to her.
Yeah. I will.
Does your mother have a picture of her?
Yeah, there's pictures of her.
Pull them out. Reminisce. She'll like that.
Okay.
Maybe even ask your mother to put one on a table or something. Make her feel special. You know, even just print out a little one and put it on the table or something. So she feels remembered.
Okay.
She's really getting to me tonight. Holy shit, man. This usually only happens when it's about kids. I don't cry doing readings. I really don't.
I couldn't even imagine having to do a reading with a, about a kid like that. Mm-mm, mm-mm,
Yeah, they're not good. No,
mm-mm.
no. They're. I don't want to say it's not good, because again, losing a loved one, no matter what age, is always hard.
Yeah.
When they're that young, it's harder for their parents to understand. One woman I read for, her daughter's been gone 15 years. So she's still expecting to hear from a baby. She's not a baby anymore. But she also doesn't understand that I'm seeing her at like 4 or 5 years old, even though she's 15, should be 15. She's not understanding that that's what she likes to be. That's how she likes to show herself. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not as the baby. And if she does show me as the baby, I think it makes it hard around the parents to think that they haven't moved on. Like they've been stuck at that age for 15 years. But people don't understand that spirits can show themselves any way they want at any age. So just because they show themselves to me at 3 or 4 doesn't mean that's how old they are.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that makes it really hard on the parents a lot of times. Or if I say, oh, she's a grown woman now, they're like, oh, what? Like they just don't get it. That was their baby. And they think that's how they should still be, which does make it a lot harder. Because you're trying to convince them of what you're saying,
Right.
that it really is their child, if you're not seeing them the way they saw them in life before they passed away. And whatever the tragedy is always makes it that much worse. But I have the best guides and angels on the planet because they don't show me the bad stuff. 99% of the time, they don't show me. Because they know I'll stop. I won't do it anymore. If I have to have horrible images like that in my head the rest of my life, I'm not going to do it. Nobody wants to live with those horrible images, especially people you don't know, but you know their family now because you're doing a reading for them, so you're getting to know them, kind of.
Right.
I'm glad they don't show me stuff like that. They just kind of lead me into either they were ill or accident or something. It's always so sad when it's kids.
Yeah.
And especially when they're taken away quickly. Illness is one thing. You have time to prepare. But when a child is taken away in a split second, that's too much for anybody to bear.
Yeah, really.
It's horrible. But that's why we're here, to let everybody know their loved ones are okay. They are okay. And we just talked for an hour with not one soul here. So all of you can now watch that I did a reading for Dana.
Yes,
Next
and
time
now they want to book a session with you.
Well, next time we do a Q&A, maybe they'll show up.
Yes, I'm sure. I know. I'm maybe everybody's busy, I don't know, but
Could be.
That's okay. If not,
well, try again next week.
Yeah.
See what you all missed?
Yeah, seriously, you could be crying too,
Well, do you want to go off live? We'll say goodbye to
Sure. Well,
everybody, and then you can do this if you want or whatever.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you all for watching. We hope you like it, and we hope that you'll join us next time. And Ray, why don't you tell them where they can hook up with you if they want a reading from you?
You can go right to my Facebook page, Rae Weingarth, RaeWeingarth, and you can find me there. And I'll lead you on to my website.
Okay, and I do have a link to Ray's website on my website as well, and I do share her information on my Angel Light Aspirations page too. So I will go ahead and share that. And
let everyone know what you do too while we're here.
Well, I do
so they know.
angel card readings. I don't do mediumship readings yet, but I hope to one day.
Yes, she does.
So, but I will post links to Ray's website in the comment section below this video too on YouTube. So, yay!
Yay!
Okay, we get stopped.
I'll see you soon.
Yes.